Good morning, everyone. Let's begin with our another lecture, lecture number 4, chapter number 5, theory of demand. So in this lecture, we'll discuss about other determinants of individual demand function and determinants of market demand function. Let's proceed. Okay. Yesterday, we discussed own price of the commodity and price of related goods. Now, the topic is income of the consumer. Income of the consumer. Now, you can clearly say that whenever there is a change in income, there will be change in demand. This is very obvious. When your parents increases your pocket money, your demand will change. Clear. Now, when you were getting 100 rupees as your pocket money, you were just buying the limited goods. Okay. But when your pocket money was increased to rupees 500, you started buying those goods which you wished to buy earlier. Fine. When your pocket money was rupees 100, you were just spending these 100 rupees on the necessity goods, like you were buying your notebooks, you were buying pen, eraser, pencil and all that important stuff. But when your pocket money increased to 500, you started buying gifts for your friend's birthday. Okay, you started partying outside. You started going in a good restaurant to eat with your friends, and you were also doing the necessity expenditure. So it is very obvious that with change in income, there is change in demand. But as I told earlier, when we are discussing about one determinant, we will be assuming that all other determinants are constant. So here, when you are discussing about the income of the consumer, you have to assume that own price of the commodity, price of related goods, taste and preference, and expectation in the near future. These four determinants are constant. There are 5 determinants of individual demand function. So every time 4 determinants will be constant, will be assumed constant. Okay. Income of the consumer. Now, change in income of the consumer also influences his demand for different goods. Now, we are talking about the two goods. हम बोल रहे हैं ना कि जब इनकम बढ़ेगी तो there will be change in the demand of goods. तो कौन से गुड्स की हम बात कर रहे हैं? We are talking about the normal goods and inferior goods. अब हम देखेंगे कि चेंज इन इनकम नॉर्मल गुड्स पे पॉजिटिव इम्पैक्ट होता है और चेंज इन इंफीरियर पे पॉजिटिव होता है या नेगेटिव होता है, नॉर्मल पे पॉजिटिव होता है, नेगेटिव होता है. विल सी द रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन इनकम एंड दीज नॉर्मल एंड इंफीरियर गुड्स. ओके, सी फर्स्ट, व्हाट आर नॉर्मल गुड्स? देखो, normal goods are those goods demand for which increases with increase in income. देखो, that means income that is determined as y, income and normal goods, they have a positive relationship. They have positive relationship. Clear? Income and normal goods. Income and normal goods, they have positive relationship. When income will increase, demand for normal goods will increase. When income will decrease, demand for normal good will also decrease. इतना समझ में आता है? चलो. Then inferior goods. What are inferior goods? देखो. Demand for inferior goods like coarse grain tends to decrease with increase in income. That means income and inferior goods, they have negative relationship. Negative. When income will increase, demand for inferior good will decrease. When income will decrease, demand for inferior good will increase. So they both have negative relationship with each other. Income has positive relationship with normal goods. Income has a negative relationship with inferior goods. Clear? Okay. So their difference is given in your book. देखो, अब जब whenever we are talking about the relationship of income with either normal goods or inferior goods, we'll name it as income effect. We'll name it as income effect. Income effect means what is the effect of change in income on the particular good. Okay, so when we are talking about the normal goods, income effect is positive. When we are talking about inferior good, income effect is negative. Clear? Okay. Normal goods may or may not be the essentials of life, whereas inferior goods are essentials of life. People buy inferior goods largely because they are essentials of life. Okay? In case of normal goods, there is always inverse relationship between own price of the commodity and quantity demanded. Okay? But in case of inferior goods, there may or may not be the inverse relationship between own price of the commodity and quantity demanded. Whenever you will explain any determinant, your first line should be keeping all other factor constant. Keeping all other determinants constant. So this was income of consumer. Let's move to the other determinants. Taste and preference, and fifth is expectations in the near future. देखो, taste and preference. Okay. अब इतना हमको पता है कि demand of the good also depend on the likings and dislikings. If you like something, your demand will be different. If you don't like something, you won't demand that product. Fine. अब it is very obvious कि देखो boys हैं, boys they have craze for shoes, they have craze for shades, they have craze for bikes, they have craze for cars, so they'll demand such products. It's very clear. But if I say about girls, girls have craze about bags, girls have craze about clothes. Okay, girls are crazy about traveling. So it depends on the taste and preferences of the consumer. Fine. देखो, अब जैसे आप taste or preference, suppose if it changes, your demand will also change, but keeping all other factor constant. For what are the factors which are constant? Own price of the commodity, price of related goods, income of the consumer, and expectation in the near future. Keeping all factors constant. Clear? Okay. Now, taste and preference of the consumers are influenced by advertisement, change in fashion, change in climate, new inventions, other things being constant. Demand for those goods increases, for which consumers develop strong taste and preference. If taste and preference of the product is fading, its demand will decrease. देखो, जैसे क्या होता था पुराने टाइम में, यू वुड हैव हर्ड दैट बेल बॉटम जीन्स, बट अभी उसका क्रेज वापस से आ गया है, ठीक है. बट एक टाइम पे ऐसा था, इफ यू गो बैक 2 or 3 years बैक, ठीक है, तो जो बेल बॉटम जीन्स होती थी उनका इतना क्रेज नहीं था, ठीक है, उनका फैशन चला गया था. तो जब उनका फैशन चला गया था तो उसकी डिमांड भी चली गई थी, लोग उस प्रोडक्ट को डिमांड भी नहीं करते थे. राइट. सो अभी जैसे हम एग्जांपल लेंगे, ओके, अभी देखो जो मास्क हैं, ठीक है, फेस मास्क, अभी देयर इज कोविड सिचुएशन, सो फेस मास्क आर हाई इन डिमांड, राइट. फेस मास्क आर हाई इन डिमांड, बट do you think when it will be like after 2 years, so I suppose that COVID will not be there in the country. When COVID will completely vanish from the country, just after 2 years, or I can say 2 or 3 years, do you think there will be demand for masks? Yeah, people will use mask maybe at workplace, or but अभी जितनी डिमांड है, डू यू थिंक मास्क की उतनी डिमांड होगी उस टाइम पे? नहीं, बिकॉज देयर विल बी नो नीड, प्रेफरेंस ऑफ द पीपल विल चेंज, राइट. सो it depends on the taste and preferences of the consumer. अगर consumer एक point पर अपना taste preference अपना develop कर लेता है किसी particular commodity के लिए, तो उस time पे demand बढ़ जाएगी. But if this taste and preferences fades away with the passage of time, then definitely its demand will also decline. ठीक है. अब देखो क्या था, कीपिंग ऑल अदर फैक्टर्स कांस्टेंट, कीपिंग ऑल अदर फैक्टर्स कांस्टेंट, देन एक्सपेक्टेशंस. देखो, अगर if I am expecting that in the near future price of sugar will rise, what will we do? Will increase the demand for sugar in the present, स्टॉक करके रख लेंगे. जब पता है कि फ्यूचर में या 2 दिन बाद ही शुगर का प्राइस बढ़ने वाला है, पहले ही पता चल गया, हम स्टॉक बना के रख लेंगे शुगर का. So with your rise in expectation, you are expecting that the price will rise in the near future, your demand at present will increase. If the consumer expects a significant change in the availability of concerned commodity in the near future, he may decide to change his present demand for the commodity. Particularly, if the consumer fears that there will be acute shortage of the commodity in the near future, he may raise his present demand for the commodity at the existing price, keeping all other factors constant. So, here we have completed all the individual demand functions. One is own price of the commodity. Second is price of related goods. Third is income of the consumers. Fourth is taste and preferences. Fifth is expectation in the near future. So these are what? These are individual demand functions, individual demand determinants. Now let's move to the market demand functions. Market demand functions includes all the individual demand functions plus two other demand functions. Number one is number of buyers, then distribution of income. Now see, demand increases with increase in population and decreases with decrease in population. This is because increase or decrease in population size, number of buyers of the products tend to increase or decrease. It's very obvious. Suppose in 2019, there were 32 students in commerce in class 11. Fine. In 2020, there are 19 students in class 11th commerce. Fine. So, what will be the demand for the books at the bookshop? We are just talking about the school level. Okay? We have placed the order. Okay? And books are available at the bookstore in the school. Now, what you would say? Quite obvious. Earlier, 32 books were demanded. Now, only 19 books will be demanded. Demand has decreased with decrease in population. Now, suppose in 2021, 40 students are in class 11th. What will happen? Demand will increase because of increase in population. Demand for books will increase because of increase in population. Keeping all other factors constant. Right. Then distribution of income. Market demand is also influenced by distribution of income in the society. If income is equitably distributed, there will be more demand. If income is not equally distributed, there will be less demand. And if the income is not equally distributed, more income will be there in the hand of rich class people. Larger section of the society will be poorer. And because of low income, market demand will also be low. So your homework is explain the determinants of individual demand functions. This is your homework, and you will first read whatever we have done till now in the chapter demand, and then you will answer this question. Okay, thank you.